As Mark Carney closes in on him in the polls, Pierre Poilievre is scrambling to distinguish himself from the guy that might almost single-handedly cost him the election.
Canada should honestly become our 51st state.
This is CNN Breaking News.
And we're following the breaking news. President Trump saying he is now doubling the tariffs on Canadian aluminum and steel.
It's mass chaos right now. We will not back down. We will be relentless.
He feels strongly that it would be very beneficial for the Canadian people to be the 51st state of the United States. They wouldn't be paying for these tariffs.
Canada never, ever will be part of America in any way, shape, or form.
But if you want to sound less like Donald Trump, slapping a maple leaf on the MAGA slogan and promising big, beautiful tax cuts isn't going to help your case, buddy.
Putting Canada first. It means passing a big, beautiful, bring it home tax cut.
Beautiful, massive, the biggest ever in our country, tax cut.
It means granting rapid permission to our companies to build more pipelines, more natural gas exports, to bring home powerful paychecks.
This line about natural gas exports bringing home powerful paychecks is, unfortunately, more Trumpy bullshit. Natural gas demand is expected to peak by the end of the decade. This is a high-risk industry on its way out the door, and high-risk industries are the bread and butter of the billionaires advising Donald Trump. This is Republican megadonor and longtime Trump advisor Steven Schwartzman. He's the richest private equity billionaire in the world. He's the kind of guy who openly brags about how much money he slinked off with after the 2008 subprime mortgage crisis. Steven Schwartzman is a guy who knows how to profit off a market crash. And guess what industry he's investing in?
Gas!
Steven Schwartzman is the CEO of Blackstone, a private equity firm that has been described as the world's largest corporate landlord. It has over $1 trillion in assets under management. Back in January, Blackstone announced that it would be financing the proposed Prince Rupert gas transmission pipeline and its associated LNG terminal, Xylisms, here in BC. But PRGT is only one piece in a global game.
We will drill, baby, drill.
Every time Donald Trump says drill, baby, drill, it's a signal to the billionaire investors he dines with at Mar-a-Lago. It's why men like Schwartzman are investing in natural gas pipelines and LNG terminals in Alaska, Mexico, and BC. These guys want to create new markets in countries where gas costs 2 to 3 times more than it does in North America. This is called arbitrage, and it's great for Steve and Donnie, but bad for regular folks who have to burn gas for power in the countries where gas is being extracted. Because when you connect market B, which pays more for gas than market A, you're putting upward price pressure on market A, which means everyone has to pay the same global price for gas, including utilities in market A like FortisBC. And who do you think Fortis is going to pass that higher cost on to? Their customers. Last week, the BC budget revealed that gas prices are set to double in 2025. There's only one thing capable of triggering such a dramatic increase, and that is the first LNG export terminal in Canada coming online. More LNG exports equals higher domestic gas bills. We saw this in Australia, we saw it in the States, which is why Biden paused LNG exports, and we're about to see it in Canada. The more LNG terminals we build, the higher our bills will get. And Pierre Poilievre wants to build a lot of LNG terminals.
LNG liquefaction facilities that can get our gas on a boat so it can go off to Asia.
Building more gas pipelines and terminals in Canada will certainly generate powerful paychecks, just not for Canadians, for mega billionaires like Donald Trump and Steven Schwartzman. And while pipelines and terminals may offset some of Pierre Poilievre's big, beautiful tax cuts, they will make life even less affordable for Canadians who are already struggling under a cost of living crisis. We have a critical window right now to stop the billionaire-backed PRGT pipeline and Xylisms LNG terminal. The BC government has not thought this project through. Not only will it enrich mega billionaires, it'll raise gas bills at a time when nearly half of British Columbians say they're $200 or less away from financial insolvency. We can't afford higher gas bills right now. BC Energy Minister Adrian Dix is one of the main decision makers on this file, which is why we've set up a calling tool to make it easy for you to leave him a message. So if you live in Canada, and especially if you live in BC, and the back and forth of the tariffs is driving you insane, this is how we hit Donald Trump where it really hurts, by not building a pipeline backed by his billionaire advisor.